Check, check, check. I guess just use this camera. We're coming to you live from the Cavelli Fieldhouse for Unified Bocce between Union and Mohawk, first home match of the year. For Union, we pick it up here as you've been able to watch through frame number 1. Mohawk taking a 1-0 lead in this opening frame, best of 3 set match. We'll get you all the rules and regulations as we go along. I'm James Dotson with Lee Moan alongside. Thanks for bearing with us as we get everything here set up from the Cavelli Fieldhouse. And, you know, you leave the batteries charging all day, Lee, and of course, you go to start and they all die.
What a surprise, huh?
What a surprise. I'm glad to have you on board for our first round here with the...
learned a lot for the pregame, just talking to the coaches and talking to a couple of the athletes, and looking forward to this match here today. Mohawk starting off with this 1-0 lead.
So what it is, you got the countdown on your screen, a full 30 minutes for each frame to be played. And whoever is winning at the end of that 30 minutes is the team that wins that set, that frame.
But they do give a 2-minute warning, though.
They do, and
The 2-minute warning, and they just, wherever the match is at that point, they finish, and then no more balls will be thrown after that.
We'll do our best to give the introductions as we go along. Coach Phil George of Mohawk and Coach Roseanne Felina, along with Michelle Cassie here.
Yeah, I heard
for
both
Union.
coaches will be joining us sometime during the match also.
Yeah, that's the
Which is
plan.
good to hear.
Yeah, we'll talk to them during set number 2. This is Lizzie Riley, who's throwing right now for Union as the green team ball away. That's the extinguish of the...
Yeah, Lizzie Riley says she's a fantastic artist. Takes a lot of the pictures for the yearbook. Does she do anything for you, James?
She's not yet, but we have been in talk about potentially.
That's good.
So first up, I believe this is one of our 2 twins, and this would be Eric Viziak. 3 minutes older, and wow, what a throw for him. Right on the Paulina.
Oh, come on.
And I mean right on it. Early nominee for your shot of the match right there.
No, just give it to him now. You're not going to get much closer.
So now it looks like Peyton's going to come up next. Wants to have dinner with the Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen.
Oh, that's who that was. I'm not up to date on the current.
Now you'll find a lot of good information from the Marvel world.
Yeah, I'm not a Marvel guy, so. There's another good throw.
Throwing there was Lydia Fair. She had one of the top throws last year.
It's another 3 points, I believe. Now they're going to get all 4. They get 5-0 for Mohawk.
A great start here for Mohawk, but again, best of 3 set match.
Yeah, they played till 16 or the 30 minutes. Yeah, trying to get an idea what those balls are, sort of like a soft rubber ball.
Yeah, it's not like a traditional rubber ball.
Right, it's tough to describe. But interesting, the Paulina, they have to get within that 30 to 50 foot range there.
Yeah, marked by the blue cones that you can see.
Yeah, and
so Robert Heaney gets to shoot it first, the senior, and now he will take first shot for Mohawk.
And they get 3 tries to get that ball, the Paulina, in that square, and if they don't, then Union would get a try.
And they're pretty good, especially during these just regular season matches, especially if they do misfire, they'll allow them to take a couple extra shots if necessary, which is nice to see. That's coming up next for Union. Great throw there. Look at this, right on the money.
Oh, I take my comment back.
Savannah Dean also participates in Envirothon, loves the reading festival. Great throw for her.
Yeah, what's the Envirothon?
Think of it as a science competition.
Okay. I will think of it that way then.
McKenna Sankovic, another senior. Loves going to baseball games. Maybe we'll get her out for one of the matches this year. Her throw a little bit offline. Looked like she was trying to bounce it out and just barely misfired there. So because Mohawk's still away, they will go again here, Lee.
Yeah, hopefully she'll like to go to Cleveland instead of Pittsburgh.
If not, she'll learn.
Yeah, it's one of the first times today that Union's actually held an advantage here.
Shelby Hartzell to throw.
And there's a good one.
Shelby looks like it'll be just a little far away, but a good effort from Shelby. She's a Loki fan. She loves Tom Hiddleston. Had to introduce Lee Moan to Mr. Hiddleston as well.
You can introduce me to a lot of today's stuff because I'm not up on it. See if he can knock that green one out of the way. He went for it, tried to knock it out of the way, just missed. So
good effort there from Peyton.
Union's got a nice advantage here. They got a chance to maybe sneak a couple points in here. And do they have an order to which they throw, or they can just basically pick who goes next?
It's supposed to be a predetermined before the beginning of each round.
Okay.
So this should be Ian Galanka. Loves Kiss and Joan Jett. I know Lee's going to like that, and he's going to like this throw too. Knocked himself away. But it looks like Green will still be close. But hey, I'll tell you what, you hit the target.
Yeah.
I'd be happy about that too.
He's happy. That's going to be break out that measuring stick there.
Oh, they have it out there.
I see it.
When they need to.
That's going to be close from up here. Okay, who's going to go next? Here we
Still
go.
a couple of shots left to go. Looks like Anthony Ryan is going to come up. He's got a birthday coming up on Valentine's Day, which will be the final home match of the Unified Bocce season.
And Anthony has his get that ball over the line.
Thank you, Braden Klingensmith, for his assistance. Braden plays the largest bass in the marching band. How about this? He's also a volunteer fire department member of the Union Fire Department. And now coming up, Arlo Simpkins. He's an artist. Got third place in the Lawrence County Hoyt Institute. Good roll from Arlo. Will it stay inside?
Hit that green.
Rolls just by it.
Yeah, but that's huge. Boy, that's another close one there.
I think they're going to have to get the measuring device out for this.
They're going to have to. Judges are looking here.
1 for Union. So Union does get one on the board for their first points of the match.
So no protest from the coach just saying, hey, measure that, right?
No, none.
As you would see in regular bocce on the playground.
Absolutely.
Or whatever. He's like, oh, come on, mine's closer. So it's good to see the Scotties on the board here. Still got 16 and a half left.
So that means that they will be up first here in this round.
The PVC pipe coming loose a little bit here.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
60-foot court.
And that's volleyball coach Nicole Benincase is one of the judges, as is Marie McCree. Here's your first roll.
Not going to get there.
It will end up short, so they'll have another opportunity at it. I believe that's Captain Johnny Cooper who's out there.
That I think is going to get there. There we go.
And with the hard floor too, Lee, because look at this. It keeps on rolling. This actually might drift a little bit past the line. It's very easy to do.
Yeah, I wanted to try to get a couple throws in there, but they were practicing at it. They're more important than I am, so I want to make sure they get their practice shots in.
It looks like that'll be a good one.
I think that might be a little short.
Keep on going. Get there. Now, that being that close, they might just say put it on the line. If it was a championship, they might flip-flop, or looks like they are going to. Yep. So that means that Mohawk now will have control of the Paulina.
Yeah, they're going to go by the rules. Understand.
Yeah. Now, all the teams will qualify for the championships to be held. I believe they will be at Slippery Rock University again.
That looks like that might be a little long. Let's see.
After the first two ends went perfectly, first three ends really.
Oh, no, look at that.
Going to stay in. Great job to get things started by Eric Viziak.
Yeah, Eric likes that shot.
I'm going to quiz you. Which Marvel character is played by Robert Downey Jr.?
I have no idea. Now, Eric, he should throw again.
Yep, so Eric should be. They're going to confirm, make sure with the rules, because it was originally Union's throw.
Oh, yeah, that would go back, yeah.
Might be then Union to go.
I would say it's Eric, but let's see.
Yep.
Union will get the throw, okay.
Yep, so it is Union's throw. So Johnny Cooper, I believe, will have a chance to throw again. Or will they go next in line? It will be Matthew Canaday.
Yeah, Matthew.
So how about this? A former competitive ice skater.
Gotta love it for Matthew.
So he'll get the first opportunity to go. With some help from Acadia Vogan. Gotta love the partners working with these young athletes. Yay. Way to go, Matt.
He still wants applause. Put him on the stage. Yeah, we'll get Matt up there. There we go. Good job, Matt. So Mohawk will get a chance to throw here, I believe. Yep. That will definitely be closer. Pretty good throw there. Nice job. So Union now will be up. Mohawk leading 5-1 here in this first game. And here comes the coach. The partner up here. She doesn't like that one. A little shy was she throwing the ball there. Throwing the bocce ball.
So Acadia's throw is still a little bit short.
Yeah,
So
she was a little shy.
we got a chance to talk to Johnny before the match here, Lee. He loves to eat and he loves to
Look
have
out.
some fun, doesn't he?
Look out. Oh, that's good.
Does the job?
Yeah. Well, if you can ride one down that right side here.
Yeah,
would
knocked
be-
the
would be
Pauline
a
out of
good-
the way, didn't
it
he?
would be, yeah, that'd be a good strategy right now. If you can get that ball and hit that plane and just try to get the thing into the corner. Let's see.
That's exactly where Lizzie is going. This is Lizzie Riley.
Get it. Oh, just off to the side. So Mohawk in control here. They definitely got one.
Now remember, though, you never know how things can work. Union had one on the last
You're
end.
correct.
Could have had a couple more,
Yeah.
but ended up having an unfortunate bounce
I love the red and green paddles.
to identify who's next.
Yeah, I do like that.
This is McKenna Sankovic.
Yeah, it should be close to another.
She asked us to give a shout out to a couple people, including her grandmother. Hi, Grandma, watching.
Hey, Grandma. Of course, our shout outs down North Allegheny, we had Grandma bring cookies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lydia
No
Fair.
pressure, though.
No pressure at all.
That should be another one.
Lydia Fair, the early bird. Looks like she should be inside, and so
Yeah.
at least two, maybe even a third
I
point
would-
going on right now.
It definitely two. As long as you don't hit that planer right now. That should be a safe throw.
A smart throw from
Yeah.
Shelby. Loves IHOP. Does Shelby?
Oh, my wife loves IHOP too.
Wants to say hi to her brother Lucas.
So there's definite. No, they're going to say three definite.
Yep.
So Mohawk with an 8-1 lead now. Down to 9:45 here in this first game.
We give a big shout out to everybody here at Union for all they've done to make this happen, and all the schools that have allowed this, the Special Olympics unified bocce to come to the schools in the area. Newcastle, Elwood City, Shenango, also county schools for sure that have programs. And it's a lot of fun too, Lee. Here's a great one for you. The first match we did last year was actually a exhibition match. It wasn't for real, but it was between Freedom and Shenango, and basically it was set up because the coaches of the respective teams were lifelong friends from childhood. They've created their own trophy now that has a bulldog and a wildcat on it
I love it.
that they get to have some bragging rights for.
But that's good. No pressure though, huh?
No, none at all.
No pressure on the kids.
Robert Haney says pressure's not going to get to me. A great roll with the Paulina. It's maybe a little strong with his first bowl, but a good, strong attempt. He wants to meet Jake Paul.
Let's see if Union can creep back into this here.
This will be Arlo Simpkins. Arlo had a great roll last time. And good weight on this one as well. Lee right, perfect weight, just a little to the left, but Union will be closest and brings Mohawk back up.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was unified track also. I was doing some reading and
unified track's been around for a while.
yeah,
I think.
I didn't realize it because you just don't think about it, with the Special Olympics and hit that Paulina. Yep, good job.
Great bowl from
There you
Peyton
go.
Viziak.
There you go. Good stretch. He's happy with that throw, isn't he?
He
Big
should
smile
be.
on his face, yeah.
So Ian Galanka. His favorite movie is Bumblebee. He's got a good roll. Look at this. Right on the mark.
A little
Just
strong though.
barely missed from running into the opponent ball.
Yeah, now we're gonna try to get our man.
Yep. Mr. Ryan coming back up, Anthony Ryan. Loves Journey to Ernie. His favorite movie. Give a shout out, of course, to his mom, Mrs. Ryan, longtime teacher here at Union.
There we go.
Attaboy, Ant.
His best throw of the day so far for Anthony there.
And that's part of the ideas of unified bocce too, is that you got so many different people, different levels
Yeah.
of play.
Without a doubt. There's a good throw.
That was
Yeah.
Savannah Dean.
Yeah, it's going to be close.
Oh, it's Mohawk's throw no matter what.
Yeah, they say Green has it right. Oh, no, maybe not. Let's see. That's be tight. Mohawk's got 2 throws left.
So now for Eric Viziak. Part of the other thing here with this too, Lee, the coaches, they do not do any coaching through the match.
Yeah, they're not allowed.
They're not allowed to. And
Yeah, there's a
Eric's
throw.
happy with that one.
You better believe it.
Perfect throw.
Yeah, I was talking to the coaches earlier, and they're not allowed to say a little short, a little right, a little easier, anything.
Only if they use their one timeout can they even really technically communicate. Lydia Ferris
That's going to
throw.
be right in there. I
forgot
about these balls roll quite far.
Yeah, it's not like your typical gravel court.
Yeah,
at all.
definite 2. Let's see if the third's going to come. They're going to give him 3.
Yeah, because of that Paulina hit.
Yep, 11-1.
So a great start from Mohawk. Now, one of the things about Union, too, is you're going to see for Mohawk, it's 6 athletes and partners combined in the total for the entire match. Union, they have a lot more participants that are going to be on the court here today, Lee. So second game could end up going completely differently, or it could be an advantage for Mohawk as well with the fact that they have, experience of being on the court for the last half hour too. So
correct.
Lots of variables with the bocce game. First roll coming from McKenna Sankovic. Wants to go to Texas Roadhouse.
There you go. One of the best great place for a steak.
Now you got me hungry for where we'll be going between our matches today.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be having steak at the Crane Room though. No out-of-town scoreboard for bocce right now.
No. So McKenna, after throwing to Paulina, this one kind of rolls off to the left. That's the other thing with the swishy ball, too. You can even see as it was rolling down the court.
Yeah.
It almost gives a little oblong at times.
Yeah, well, the ball bounces, so, I mean, it's not like, So you have to play that bounce a little bit too.
Matthew Canaday loves going on train rides. So no surprise, one of his favorites, Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, Matthew's not going to get there yet.
Yep, sorry, Matthew's out of turn. Lizzie's going to go first, Lizzie Riley.
They couldn't get Matthew up to the line there yet, so going to work on him getting to the line. Matthew's going to have to wait because that's an inside the red.
Good throw from Lizzie Riley, trying to give Union control. Does have control back now over to Mohawk in this first set. Again, coming up during set number 2, we're going to have a chance to talk with both the coaches. How about this? They're enjoying a little conversation amongst themselves, too. What other sport do you see that have the coaches be able to chit-chat during the middle of the game?
I'm trying to think, other than maybe tennis.
Another sniper shot on the
Right?
Paulina. Man,
Wow.
the Viziacs, I'll tell you what, I might need to have to get a couple of shirts the way they're throwing
Yeah,
it.
does he have a court in his backyard? like our other fellow broadcaster.
Yeah, we wish Tim Continenza could be here to enjoy. He had
Yeah.
so much fun with these last year.
Oh, I bet.
This
This is right up his alley. Right up his court.
there you go. This is Acadia Vogan. Better throw. I think she's a little happier with that one than
I think she
did with her last one. Member of Student Council, also a, how about this, volleyball, cheerleader, and does karate in her spare time, it says.
Well, look out.
Spare time? What spare time?
A little too hard of a throw there.
A little extra mustard from Johnny Cooper. Lyle Crocodile. He is quite the movie buff and was a captain today.
And let's see if we can get Matt up there now. See if we can get him a ball.
So Matt's going to go.
It's tough for Acadia to,
Yeah, she's making sure everybody's in the correct order,
Yeah.
and now
Come on, Matt. You can do it, buddy.
he had some great warm-up throws today, too, Lee.
And this will be the last round here as we're under the 2 minutes. Yeah.
Good throw, Matt. There's a look down your court.
There you go. Yeah, ball went that way. There you go, Matt. Good job.
It's crazy because we have our camera right down at floor level. And if you look from where the shooters are throwing from, Lee, you can't see the monitor like I have right here in front of me. It
No, I
looks
can't.
like Union is much closer, but that's the depth perception that you have to deal with.
Now from up here, it's definitely red. So forget about that camera, right?
Yes.
Yeah, red definitely closer.
Robert Haney, can he sneak inside that green ball? No, it's going to drift just out.
So nice throw.
The way that they can control the distance
Yeah.
is really impressive as time has wound down and is now out.
But they do finish the round here.
Yep. And there is your final throw. Taken by Shelby Hartzell.
It looks like red will get at least one here.
And nonetheless, it will
Yep.
be a Mohawk victory.
12-1 in the first game.
So they take set number 1. We'll be back with game number 2. Well, let's step aside for a moment here on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAT Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's healthy home programs are the key to safer living.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary, from the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition. Yeah, gotta love that bocce animation. Gotta love having bocce up and running here. Unified Bocce, game number 2, coming here momentarily.
So now we have new participants for Union because they have 2 teams.
Yeah, they have enough to basically have a completely different team from number 1 game to number 2 game. Now, some schools, if their opposing school, for example, if Mohawk had
another team,
5 or 6 more players, then they would have actually 2 matches going on at the same time, which, I mean, not like it's can be confusing enough, but kudos to everybody involved to be able to keep this thing going as they do.
Yeah, and organized and
right
and everything else. Yeah, it's great for these unified. It's nice to see it grow. I mean, I sent you that stat. 91 schools now involved.
It's incredible.
With unified sports, which is good. And I didn't realize, I mean, I live in Butler. I didn't realize Butler's had a bocce program for 5 years down at Butler. They got 2 teams down there.
And unfortunately, it does sometimes fly under the radar.
Right, not very much so.
Yeah, and glad to be able to enjoy it and give a little coverage to these young athletes and partners.
And just read that there is actually a state championship now for unified bocce. It's going to be the 3rd weekend of March out at the Giant Center in Hershey.
And how about, unfortunately, Shenango in their first year with their program 2 years ago, the championship got canceled. I believe it was the night before they were ready to leave.
They didn't have Southwest today.
With COVID.
Oh.
No, they did not have Southwest. I'll tell you what. We hate having to deal with Limon, but I'll tell you what, now we have Miss Roseanne Felina, who's going to have to deal with Limon a bit. So good luck to her, but glad that she can join us there. Miss Felina, thanks for joining.
Hey, thanks for being here. We're glad you're broadcasting today. We know we have a lot of fans who can't always get to our matches. Wow.
There you go. We're good.
It's a nice start off there.
No kidding. Another great shot. We've seen some excellent shots here already going on. We'll talk about the game itself, but talk about the program as a whole first, Ms. Felina, just in terms of getting everything up and running.
Well, it's been a wonderful thing for us. This is our 2nd year with the program, and this is great. We have 2 teams this year. This is our first year with 2 teams. Last year was our first year. Overall, we had 7 kids who participated last year. This year we have 15 kids on the team.
Wow.
And so it's great in some respects. Today, you'll notice it's a completely different group of kids playing right now because Mohawk has 1 team and we have 2. Mohawk plays each of our teams once. Mm-hmm. So our kids have a little more downtime, but I'm so happy that more kids are actually getting the experience of getting on the court and playing this and getting the opportunity to be a varsity athlete.
Yeah, how do you recruit these kids for bocce?
Well, we have a club that we just started this year. It's called the You Belong Club, and it is an inclusion club. And one of the things that this club did was they set up this court that you see here made of PVC pipe out in the main hallway in front of the cafeteria, and during all of the lunches on one particular day, and everybody who wanted to could come out and take a throw and see if they liked it. And then we just put signs up around the school with a QR code and said, let's see who's interested in doing this.
The old QR code.
The old QR code.
And you'd be surprised, Mr. Moan, at
Oh,
how,
I'm learning about those QR codes.
as Braden Klingensmith just took that throw. It's going to be Sophia Rondeau coming up next. But, I mean, obviously a big part of it, too, in terms of being able to even have, like you said, with 2 teams this year, it's about involvement not only within the special education department, but just in terms of the partners being willing to come out and dedicate their time. And you have some great partners helping out with this program from top to bottom too. It takes a village to make something like this happen.
It does, and it's very incredible to me to see our range of partners. We have partners that go from WPIAL championship athletes in other sports to kids who just weren't participating in anything at the school. They weren't in any clubs, they weren't in any sports, and they're like, let me give this a try. And so it's a great range of kids. But I love getting to see them work together. I know you've seen this as you've seen some of our kids helping other kids get on the court, encouraging them to actually throw the ball, and getting to see them interact with each other and encourage each other and support each other is a wonderful thing. And Mr. George and I were actually talking over on the sideline. We're not allowed to coach.
Yeah.
During a match, and that's one of the hardest things for me as I was a varsity basketball coach.
Oh, wow.
And I was screaming at people constantly what to do.
Oh, you're a yeller.
I was a yeller. and to have to sit over there and not even be allowed to say, throw it easy, and to not be allowed to give them any strategy. It's a difficult concept for me as a former varsity basketball coach and as an Italian.
Your Union Scotties on the board in that first frame there,
Oh,
Miss Felina.
Now, talk a little bit about, I read a little bit about the friendships that are bonded between the athlete and on these squads. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, it's a wonderful thing. I mentioned the You Belong Club, and one of the things that they do, the You Belong Club meets once a month during school, and they meet during their lunch and during their 6th period. So regardless of whether they have the second lunch or the third lunch, their 6th period might be before lunch or after lunch, but for that hour and 15-minute time, they get to come down together. They have lunch together, and they sometimes make lunch. They made nachos the last time. Sometimes they order lunch. They had pizza.
Hey, we're hungry, okay?
And
So be careful.
And then they also do some kind of an activity. So they made crafts one time. The last time they started working on these signs. You see some signs over there. With it's Bocce o'clock at the U. Those are some of the things that came out of the You Belong Club. So they make crafts, they play board games, they do different things just to kind of have some time to hang out with each other.
Neat.
So that was Tori May, your WPL softball champion, who just started things off with the Paulina. Peyton Viziak coming up here for Mohawk. You mentioned talking with Mr. George, obviously former colleague here at Union. Just talk about what you guys get a chance to talk during the match, leading up to one of these matches, and just in general, some of the fun things that you guys get to see with these kids during the bocce matches and the practices.
Well, I'll tell you, during the matches, to me, one of the greatest things is getting to see their parents come in, and you have a kid who you struggle to get the kid on the court. But then you see that that kid wave at his mom when his mom walks in the gym, and to get for mom to get to see that kid, that's a great thing, and to get to see some of the different interactions and see them kind of coaching each other and seeing those interactions happen, and I think everyone who I know who is a unified bocce coach from some of the other schools that we played last year, and I know some from different trainings I've gone to. It's all about these kids getting to be a part of this And that to me is one of the most amazing things, that these kids are all going to learn. They're going to earn a varsity letter this year, and they're going to get to walk around the school with a varsity letter jacket on after they get their second varsity letter here. And
Gotta
some of
love
them, we do have a few returning. We have 4 returning this year and 11 new players. So that's an interesting dynamic for us. But just it's great to catch up with other like-minded people who are just happy about it. You see both sides cheering for each other. You see a Mohawk kid have a good role, you're going to see the Union kids clapping for him, and vice versa.
Mike Van Emmen, one of those returners from last year. He's your only graduating senior. Thanks for the fun facts here. Also active in boxing, bowling, swimming, and horseback riding as well.
Jeez.
Yeah, Mike is a busy guy.
Well, Tristan Campbell, also a busy guy. Works at the New Dairy Queen, also the chair of the Mini-Thon coming up. Give me a quick talk about that coming up here, Miss Felina.
Well, our Mini-Thon is something that's based off of Penn State's Thon, and the proceeds benefit 4 Diamonds in the fight against pediatric cancer. And so it's something that it's the high school version of it. So it's not the traditional 48-hour Penn State kid, nobody sits, dance the whole time kind of thing. We get to do our own different activities and plan things, and we do some other events as well. You'll see some Dine to Donates around the township, and we actually had a planning meeting yesterday where they have some new things that are going to be happening to raise money for that. They're going to do a snack and sip, and they're going to have a cornhole tournament and do some other things that are fundraisers for that culminating event, where we do a reveal, much like they do at Thon, with the holding up the numbers and letting them see how much they've raised. It's a fantastic opportunity to raise money, have a good time, and do something good with those funds. And we're a small school. We don't have the base to raise what some of the other schools do. A good friend of mine works at a school, South Fayette. They've raised, I think, over $200,000 last year was their Mini-Thon goal. Our last Mini-Thon goal, or our last Mini-Thon amount, was about $6,000.
Still, that's great.
For us, is phenomenal.
That's great.
And I said it's $6,000 that 4 Diamonds didn't have the day before.
Without a doubt. And South Fayette's a lot bigger school district.
Just a little bit.
Just a tad.
Yes.
But of course, this gymnasium is probably the nicest gym in 1A. Without a doubt.
Absolutely, and we're glad we can have you here. Ms. Felina, real quick before we let you go, we thank you for spending your time with us. But if there's somebody out here watching, whether it's a student in the area or a student here at Union who wants to get involved with the Bocce program, or somebody watching at home who just wants to be able to get involved and help out, what can they do to get in contact with you or to get in contact with the school?
Well, if they can reach me, or Mrs. Cassie is my assistant coach over there, and she is the classroom teacher for several of the students on here. Either of us are accessible through the website under the staff directory. They could email us, and I would venture a guess that most of the people in this community know how to get a hold of me. I am a lifelong Union Township resident, and have a lot of I'm waiting for that day to come where I actually have the grandchildren of students that I've had. I've had a lot of children of former students and other coaches. I'm probably one of the few people who can say that their bosses, my superintendent was a student of mine, and my principal was a teacher's aide in my classroom at the beginning of his career. So
I'm at that age too. So
it's a great community to be a part of. So
I would have said I'll put your phone number out over the air here, but apparently everybody knows it anyway.
Yeah.
So.
I'm pretty sure that's the case. And I actually, I have another role as the executive director of the Pennsylvania Association of Student Councils, and at one point I had pens that I was passing out with my phone number on them so that people could get a hold of me as the executive director of that organization. And Nicole Benicase, who's down here as an advisor, as an official today, is my co-advisor for student council. And just every time she would look at one, she would go, "That's your phone number," on a pen.
Hey, you know what? With somebody as busy as you are, I'm just glad you got 10 minutes to come up here and relax and talk to us. Thank you so
Well,
much for all you do.
I appreciate you guys, and I watch many a sport on LC SportsNet, so I thank you for getting around and getting the county sports
Greatly
out to
appreciate it.
all of us. So
Hey, maybe you can stay here sitting in the stands and maybe you could coach and get away with it.
I don't know. I think this being on air thing might get me busted a little faster than if I try to whisper something from the bench over there.
Thank you so much,
guys.
Felina. Always great talking to Miss Roseanne Felina. She's been teaching. I didn't get a chance to ask how long
I
she's
think
been
she
here
said-
now.
I want to say I heard 21 years.
Sounds about right. So you know what?
Or no, that was the coach. That was the phys ed teacher. 21 years.
27th year as a coach, so she's
Okay.
been here probably just about that
Okay.
long as a middle school math teacher
I was
as
talking.
well.
I was talking. Your phys ed teacher has been here 21 years.
Oh, that's yeah, you remember him from he was coaching Laurel baseball and
Yes.
before that Union baseball, Mr. DeGennaro.
Good throw there, Mohawk. Tied 1-1 right now. 17:45 left here in the second game.
Yeah, great battle so far here in this second game.
And you said that too. It would be different.
You never know what to
different team, yeah.
expect. This was Shelby Hartzell going, and again, thanks to Mr. Phil George, got us some fun little tidbits as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He gave up, your likes, your dislikes, and I believe Shelby's the only one of the Mohawk crew who said that she would prefer Netflix over going to the movie theater. I'm surprised it's not flip-flopped,
Yeah.
to be honest.
I like the wintertime, summertime, and
Yeah.
pies or cakes, and I'll tell you, you did a nice job with that. Getting out. It looks like, I'm going to say looks like 2 for Mohawk here. Let's see what the judges say.
They're going to confer definitely 1, and it is 2, yes.
Yep. I have glasses on today, so.
So we trust you.
No, don't trust me. You've learned that over the years. 3-1 Mohawk here. And here comes our Mohawk coach will come up.
Mr. Phil George will come and join us here during this 4th frame of the second set. And if his Mohawk Warriors hold on.
And what other sport can you interview coaches during their team?
That's what I'm saying, too. And it is so much fun to be able to do that. And you don't get the chance ever to do that sort of thing. So we'll bring Mr. Phil George in.
Have a seat, my friend.
Hey, thank you. How are you guys?
Oh,
We're great.
Absolutely great. I mean, the fact you get to coach while up here, it's a lot more calm than when you're having to coach soccer, I'm sure.
It's a little different than the high school and college side.
Give us a little talk about your team here this year, Mr. George.
So we have 6 people on our roster this year. 4 returning players. 1 and then two new ones on the team. Both are brothers, Peyton and Eric Viziak.
Which you found out today that Peyton is 3 minutes younger.
And Eric, his older brother by 3 minutes, has some classes with me, and I've never thought about asking him, like, hey, which one of you is older? So, 3 minutes older, I found out something new about him.
Yeah. What got you involved in this, in the Unified Bocce?
So I'm a high school special ed teacher at Mohawk, and when it was brought to our attention that they were looking for a couple extra teams, the administrators in my district really wanted this, and they really wanted me to be the coach of it if they were going to do it. So, but I was all for it. I thought it was great. It's just a really cool opportunity, not just for the athletes, but the partners too. Just a sport that, kids get involved in this that maybe wouldn't be able to get involved in some of the other sports that the school districts
offer,
Yeah.
And a lifetime sport at that, too, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Come on, Lydia.
No coaching.
It looks like
coaching is one thing. Cheering is another.
I understand.
Yes.
But,
sorry, what was the...
I forget, too, at this point. So let me ask you this. How do you get both the athletes and partners, how do you recruit them to get involved and to enjoy a lifetime sport as bocce?
So I knew that 3 of the kids on my team that are in my class would be on the team. So I only could get 4 kids in the regular ed setting to be on the team. So it's hard. I almost didn't want to open it up to the district because I'm going to get 20 kids.
Yeah.
And now it's So I had a bunch of teachers that I talked to that I thought I want some kids on this team that are going to be good role models for my kids. I kind of just put some feelers out to some of the regular ed teachers I'm friends with, and this is the 3 that I have come up with. I had a 4th on the team, but just with her schedule, just didn't really work out for her this year. But I couldn't be more happy with the kids I have on this team. I feel like the kids learn a lot from them, not just playing bocce, but just like being good role models, being good students, just being a good person. They're great role models.
Talk a little about the challenges of even being able to practice sometimes. I know, court time is difficult. You were telling me before, you tried practicing in the hallway, but even the hallway versus the basketball court is a completely different role.
Yeah, it's either the cafeteria, the hallway. We have 2 gyms.
With this throw.
Great throw. That's Alex White. He's a member of Scout Troop 757, and tell you what, he gets 2 points for Union on that one to tie this back up. But 3-3 here in set number 2. There's always some sort of challenge, like any sport, with getting court time and everything.
Yeah, and schedule that. Yeah.
It's probably. We probably have hidden benefits while we get here because we've probably practiced on 4 different floors in 2 weeks. So when we get here, it's like, oh, this is kind of like the hallway, or this is like the, our main gym. So we can, we know how to throw it on our main gym. And so the kids are used to, the cafeteria floor is a little slanted. So you aim left a little and, it's going to fade to the right. And but no, you have, multiple basketball teams, multiple,
right.
just like teams that you're trying to schedule around. And the good thing with this is as long as you have,
That's one thing about bocce. You can play anywhere.
You can play anywhere.
And we are seeing that as well. Now, the other question I love asking, too, is obviously no coaching. That's why you're able to be up here and talking with us. But what are you allowed to communicate with your team during the course of a match?
So you get 1 timeout per game. That's a great
Great. Using the wall there, Braden Klingensmith.
Yeah. What can you say during a timeout?
So timeouts, I can do anything.
Okay.
I can reiterate to my team what strategy I want them to use, but I only can do it once a game, so I have to be very selective.
Trying to go up the wall and just sneaking by on that one from Viziak.
But yeah, during timeouts, I can pretty much tell them, maybe if I want to switch the order, just kind of relay what strategies I want them to use. But as far as if it's not a timeout, it's just encouraging the kids with positive reinforcement, and it's limited. There's not much I can say on the sideline. Come on, McKenna.
And another one just sneaking right by along the wall for McKenna Sankovic.
That's a good Polina throw though, along that sideline.
It is. Yeah, we so for our team, we try to tend to put the Polina closer to the 30-foot line and in the middle. That seems to be our sweet spot. So when it is against the wall, we struggle a little.
So if any other schools are listening,
there's our strategy.
Another one did not miss by much. Here's the other thing that I noticed here at Union, and maybe you've seen the same thing. How many people, Mr. George, how many people have even come up hey, we're going to do bocce. Okay, what is bocce?
Most. And I know some of the school districts will have I'm ordering extra sets of bocce equipment so that the gym teachers can possibly have it so that they can incorporate that into a leisure rotation for their gym classes so some of the other kids can be involved.
I think, again, just such a great lifetime sport more than anything.
Right.
What was probably the biggest difficulty, as you said now, the second year of the program, what was the biggest difficulty getting things started, and then also going from year 1 to year 2, what were some of the things that you've noticed that have been improved upon just in terms of you having this program set up?
It's nice last year, we just spent so much time last year just understanding the game, and just trying to learn the rules of the game and just everything about the game, how we switch, who's walking where. It took all year just to learn the game. Now this year when we got together, we didn't have to go through that 1 month, time period of learning the game. We knew how to play, so we could kind of start, talking about when we were successful and trying to repeat, those strategies of like, okay, we were successful when we had the Paulina here, or we were successful when these two people were partners, and we should try to, repeat that again this year. So I would say that part was much easier, that we weren't just learning the game this year, we already knew it.
And it's not like you have a consistent number of players that you're going to have on your team, but it's all depending upon the size of your class, basically.
Exactly.
So it makes things a little bit difficult, and good shot there, just going by for a Cameron Cannon. I'm sure you look over and can be jealous of the 14 or 15 that you have going against you for Union.
Good for Union. I mean, like, if you have, what I love about this program is they have that many that can participate in this, and all of them are participating. There isn't somebody that's not participating that would qualify. They're all out here, and they're all playing, and they're all, gaining just a lot of great experience.
And the first time for our stick, the roller coming out, the tape measure. Yeah, a definite 2. For sure.
We'll see if Union will get through.
I'm gonna, from up here, it looks like the red is gonna. I think Union has 2.
They definitely have 2. It's a matter if they got 3
I
or
don't think
not.
that-
That's going to be the catch. And I was joking with James a little bit. You're not going to hear the coaches' protest calls or anything like that from up. Are you allowed to go to the officials and
So
say
that's a
anything?
great point. So my 2 captains, I gave one of the captains, like, the okay, that I'm like, if you think that the official, gives the other team, or like maybe only gives us 1 point where it looks like we have 2. One of the people on your team who's a captain can tell the official, like, I'd like a measurement. So if the captain does tell the official that she wants a measurement, the official does have to go out and measure it and verify that the points are correct.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But again, it's all based off of student as the leadership.
Student, I can't be over on the sideline with my invisible measuring tape trying to get my kids' attention.
So you can't really give them a look like,
Yeah.
or a hand signal or
We may
anything
have-
like that.
We may have jokingly talked about that, but I am not allowed to do that.
Mr. George, one final question. We'll let you get back down
Sure.
to not coaching your team
Yes.
during gameplay. Just if there's anybody out there who's watching, whether a student at Mohawk or somebody in the Lawrence County community who might be interested in participating or helping out with the program, just how can they get involved? How can they get in contact with you?
Yeah, me or Mrs. Monteleone, my assistant coach over there, either of us would be the person to contact. And then just if you're interested, I mean, like, we're trying to even maybe come up with like a possible like bocce tournament at our school. Like you have volleyball tournaments. Like we were thinking about maybe getting a couple bocce courts out and, come on, McKenna, that looks good. Hit it.
Gonna drift just left on it, but
But it could be close. With the ball just
can't believe how much it keeps on rolling.
Yeah. It looked like it was going to stop, and then
I think we're
here
in.
comes the judge. What do you think, Coach?
I think you're right.
I think we're in. So this is also interesting because
There it is. They agree with you.
No, they don't.
No,
They
they
say
don't.
green.
Oh,
Green
no,
is
they're
in.
saying green is. Okay.
It is the tough angle because if I go to this camera angle,
Yeah.
it definitely looks like red would be closer. It is a completely different vantage point up here too.
Yeah, he
it
could.
is. You can't tell much of anything from where we are. This is actually a little bit better than
Yeah.
where we are.
Yeah. Now we need the basketball coach to go out there. You got to be kidding.
Yeah, exactly. But and easiest way to contact you is through the Mohawk website and through email.
Mohawk website, email.
Great.
Obviously, if a parent's listening and their child's interested in watching this, like have them stop in my room or Mrs. Monteleone, and we'd be happy to have them get involved. And like I said, we have a couple leaving next year that'll be graduating, and the team always looks different every year, just like any high school sport. You have
Right.
kids leaving and new kids arriving. So
Oh, we're
And new
glad.
leadership.
yes,
We're glad that you can be
Great.
the leader with them to get them on the right track for this. We
Yeah.
thank you for coming and joining
Yeah.
us up here.
absolutely,
And,
James.
wish,
Good seeing you.
yeah,
Yeah.
you too. Wish the best
Good
of
luck
luck
the
to you
rest of the
guys.
year.
Thank you, guys.
Great.
Wow, how about that?
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Again, when's the last time? We're actually got a measurement
Another
mid-roll.
measurement.
The math teacher me says that's got to be red closer, and it is. I mean, I'm not going to throw out some Pythagorean theorem stuff here, but
Whatever you just said.
so it is red that is in. Thanks again to Mr. George for coming and joining us, and to Miss Felina as well. Yeah, when's the last time you interviewed a coach mid-game?
Oh, I'm trying to think if I ever have.
Thought maybe with a baseball broadcast, I could see that, like between third and fourth inning.
Yeah.
That was Cameron Cannon, member of the K-Dogs, which promotes an anti-bullying message. And again, love all the different things that these young athletes and partners are involved with. Here's Alex White again, mentioned Scout Troop 757, plays in the marching band.
Ooh, that's a good throw. Hit it,
Hit
it.
And it does. Somehow it goes right of Mohawk's ball, but goes left of the Paulina, and it's going to keep on drifting.
Keeps rolling. And the clock's down to 3:20, so it looks like this might be the last.
They will not
couple
start
throws
one
here. Yeah, once it hits 2 minutes. And the coach isn't allowed to give that strategy of stall, 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 right?
Right. That's Tristan Campbell, and that might be the role you need.
There it is.
Perfect weight on that one to get inside on the final
look
throw.
At the reaction, too. Nice reaction there. Looks like we might be getting game number 3 possibly. Well, Mohawk's got 2 more throws, don't they?
They have, at least one.
Where are the other balls?
Oh, we have a timeout. Mohawk
Okay. Okay, we got a timeout.
chose to use their timeout.
Here comes the strategy of how they want to
Give
do
a
it.
shout out to Denon Bowen here. Hey, Denon, can you get the Mohawk huddle over there for us? Denon Bowen, Union student, helping us out with the camera work today. There's Coach George. The one time he does get a chance to talk with his team, and
Didn't ask him how long the timeout was.
I believe it's supposed to be a 2-minute timeout. I believe they give him plenty of time. So our shout out then to Ponch's Insurance, our Ponch's Insurance timeout. Give a big shout out to all of our great sponsors. Please, all they allow us to be able to do.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, to be able to do basketball games, to be able to do these bocce events. We'll get some hockey games going on here in the winter months as well, and then into the spring. Can't believe we're already getting close to springtime. Thinking about baseball. I
can't wait.
Here you go. A flash forward for you. I got a call from a spring sponsor.
Mr. Dorenza?
Yeah, Mr. Zorenda wanted to make sure that everything was good and ready to go for us. And he said,
What a surprise.
Was just thinking about you as I was dragging the field.
We we were just talking about him in the hallway because Mr.
DiGennaro.
Yeah, we were just talking about how he lost the circuit I think a couple years in a row.
Here's the final throw, trying to knock it out and end up running into her own ball there.
One more throw.
No, that was the last. That was the fourth and final ball.
Fourth? Yeah. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. So they will get another round in.
So with that, too, being a quick one, they're going to hustle down the court to make sure that there is one more round. And it should be just 1 point. Or no, they had claimed originally that green ball is closer, so that should be 2 for Union.
Oh, definitely 2. There's the 2, and they're going to sneak in here under 2 minutes. So
that was
good use of a timeout.
3.
Got 3. So 8-3.
Well, that basically makes us unreachable.
Yeah, but they still play it out.
Yep. So we will have a third and decisive set as the Union basketball team ready to begin their practice, and they're going to catch some bocce action while they wait.
They're going to have to wait a little bit longer because we're going to have game number 3.
I believe game 3 will only be half the time, 15 minutes.
Yeah, court time is precious. Just sort of like ice time for the hockey.
Oh, absolutely. And this first throw from Braden Klingensmith will come up just short. And I think they're just going to call that at the end of set number 2 right there, which I think is wise, being that it is unreachable. So we're going to call this the end of set number 2. Union takes set number 2 by an 8-3 score. 1 game apiece. Let's step aside. We'll be back for the third and final set when we return here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination. When injuries get you sidelined, don't trust just anyone to get you back on the field. Visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy in Shenango Township. They want to get you back to the top of your game as quickly as possible with certified orthopedic and manual therapies. At Health in Motion, you receive quality one-on-one time with a board-certified physical therapist. Get the next generation of physical therapy to help in your recovery. Health in Motion is the first PT clinic in Western Pennsylvania to use the Nuvie, the neurobioelectric stimulator, in their therapies. Their technologies can reduce your time on the sideline from 3 or 4 weeks to just 3 or 4 days. Don't wait for months to see improvement. Notice a difference after your first visit to Health in Motion, keeping you moving.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Are you looking to make a difference? Well, here is your opportunity. Lawrence County Child and Youth Services is looking for compassionate foster parents now. If you are over the age of 21, in good health, and wanting to help a child in need, we're in need of you. Receive free training and compensation by becoming a foster parent. Call 724-658-2558 and let Bill, Brooklyn, and Heather get you started. Make a difference and become a foster parent today. And we've begun the overtime, the third set period, here on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Right on it. There's your WPL champion starting it off. And
yeah, she's a little.
Tori's, okay, whatever.
Gotta be happy with that throw, though.
So they have not started the clock, so it might just be a single end. We were not given clarification on that one.
If it's a one rule throw off or one round throw off, don't know. We'll find out after this after this round.
And
guess that's the next question we should ask, though.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Robert Haney just barely missed, and he bummed. He couldn't believe that it didn't hit it. So McKenna Sankovic will step up.
She's got good form here.
Yeah.
That low bend, and you can tell
she's going for the hit and the knockout, and she got a piece of it, at least opened up the pathway for her teammates. You can see the Paulina up there in the middle of that.
Yeah, I think
Scotty U.
I think her family's sitting beside her. You can see her going the thumbs up, like, yeah. That's one thing the coach brought out, that they turn around and say hello to their family, and there's a good throw.
Yeah, it set up Shelby perfectly.
Yes,
Shelby Hartzell on the money.
Good job. Nice throw there. That Union will be up here on our overtime third game. Let's see where they throw here.
Cameron Cannon loves model cars. This is a pretty good shot, too. It's right on the money. Will it hit it? It does give it a little nick, but actually puts it maybe a little closer.
Yeah, it sure does. Good try, though.
I'll tell you what, if one thing, though, Lee, that does open up the possibility you can go right up the wall. We'll see if Alex White will try for that.
Unfortunately, he'll have to think about that himself.
Yes.
And he does.
He's going right up the wall.
Oh,
and he hit it.
There you go.
What a shot from Alex White.
And and it looks like it's going to be.
They're going to confer.
It's
the
tight.
angle is tough to see. I think red Mohawk is still in.
Oh, here comes the tape measure.
And this is big, as each team has just one ball remaining.
Let's see where the paddle goes.
And it is Green that is closer. Alex shot. Got it inside. Oh, boy.
Maybe an inch or half inch or something in that line. When you get that close to the measure, let's see where.
So Lydia Fair, she's had some
come
clutch
from
shots.
a different angle.
She's going to go with the angled shot. You're right. Trying to sneak it inside her red ball.
Yeah, then hit that Polina and roll right with it.
Oh, and she just missed it. So Green Union is in, and Tristan Campbell, the only player left to roll.
As a coach, you just sort of just can't tell him anything.
Right.
But he's going to go for it. He doesn't care, does he?
Yeah, I left it short, if anything.
But if it hits that red, he
could be in danger, but it's not going to get there.
Not going to. So Green should have it. No, they only definitely won.
Yep. So Union with the 1 point.
They give him 2. They gave him 2. Wow. And it looks like Union. And that was the overtime
and even
period
as
right
such,
there.
there's your final. Union, after falling in the first set, they come all the way back, win set 2, and then win the decisive game 3 on the shot from Alex White to get the victory for Union in their home opener. Lee, we'll get right into our Tri-County Principals post-game show here. Just some thoughts your first time being out here checking out the bocce court.
These good athletes here, I'll tell you. I mean, it's tough to throw bocce on a gym court for sure, but these athletes did a great job, and this unified sport, you know, it's fun to see. It's a pleasure to talk to the coaches, and hopefully this sport will continue to grow for sure around the WPIL. It's a fun to watch for sure. It's great to see these. I love the reactions of some of these athletes' faces.
And I don't think we got a chance to mention it. The state championships are when?
Third weekend of March. At the Giants Center in Hershey.
So the same weekend as the basketball championship.
Yeah.
So no details at the moment, but
all I read was same basketball weekend. I don't know if it's a Saturday, a Sunday, or what it might be, but that's when it is.
That's a lot of fun that could be happening there at the Giants Center. By the way, our play and player of the game, both of these teams will get a shirt for their squad. The play of the game is going to go to Union for that game winner in the third set from Alex White, with the rest of the team will get the play of the game shirt courtesy of Melee Chiropractic, and our LCAP player of the game shirt for the entire Mohawk squad. All 6 of them working hard here this year, getting their second year on the program. We thank Coach George, Coach Felina. We thank everybody for tuning in live or archive. Glad you had a chance to check out some unified bocce here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.